Hey everyone, 100 Shadow here, and after a long time of not streaming this game, welcome back to Doki Literature Club Plus. Previously, I know that I was trying to go through Natsuki's route a little bit. And I also know that there were some people kind of questioning if I had ever played this game before. And to them, I asked, do you even know what my channel is? Have you looked at any of my playlists? Anyhow. I know it's been about 2 years since this game came out, and I was here like, I wonder how long it's going to take me to finish this game. Well, it's going to take me a lot longer if I keep doing this. Alright, so let me see here. Save 1, 2, 3, and then 4. One, two, and... Okay, so... Yeah, I'm looking at my notes and I'm like, okay, save 3 was for Natsuki. Oh, no, wait. No. We're not doing that! Okay. It's a good thing I looked at that, because I'm here like, nope. We're not doing that. We are not doing that. Okay, well, let me just quickly, okay, kick is alright. Restream, on the other hand, if it will load for me, because it's taking forever. Okay, so I'm guessing my plan was to actually start on Yuri's thing. And, well, it's not letting me change the title of the stream. That's nice. Well. Or, no, not Natsuki. So then I guess, yeah, we are going to move on to Yuri now. Yeah, well, it's a good thing I checked, though. Because all this, like, setting up that I was trying to do to make sure I had everything mostly going, well, that would have been for nothing if I had gone any further. Okay, so then... One, two, three, 4... This is what I get for not, like, going over my saves. Alright. And now I just need to pull up the poem guide here. Darn you, Prima Games, why does your website just... Well, I mean, it does. Not only does it not help that it loads very slow, but the fact that we have so many ads here is really dragging on. Well, if I'm going off my memory a little bit... Oh. Well, I'm already off to a bad start. Oh dear God, The guide did not... It stopped at, like, halfway into Natsuki's words. Which, yeah, that is not gonna fly here. I mean, I know some of the words kind of can count for both of... or for... well, not both. Well, for multiple girls, but... to be better safe than sorry, I want to at least try to go for the 100%. Oh my god, this... Prima Games, your website sucks. I'm telling you now. Yeah, it does not help that their website just... Oh my god, seriously. Yeah, we're off to a great start so far. Okay, here we go. Well, maybe I just... Oh my god. A webpage had to... Seriously? I can tell you what the error is. Prima Games just made a bad website. Okay. Yeah, I guess... I'm gonna go over to GameFAQs then, because Prima Games has failed me. I can't even look at their website. Okay. I have something here. Okay, we're gonna go with entropy. Infinite. Horror. Melancholy. Alright, I forgot that climax is one. Let's hit the climax. Portrait. Yes, okay. Portrait of Markov. Incongruent. After image. Vitality. Sensation? Yeah, sensation. Okay, ambient. Okay, graveyard I remembered. Disoriented. Let me see. Okay, meager. Is massacre one of them? Yes, it is, actually. What about misfortune? Okay, no, not misfortune. Variance. Unending. Oh, actually, unending is. Wrath. Intellectual, yes. Contamination? Yes. Okay, yeah. Thank you, GameFAQs. I would recommend your guide. It didn't make me want to lose my mind because of this unneeded bombardment of ads. So maybe I should just... Well, even though I haven't read this in forever, I technically have already done this in the playthrough, so... Okay. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, because I planned out, like, how many saves... Well, save slates, or... Well, yeah, save files I'd have for Act 1, and... Yeah, I apparently told myself, make sure that you make save 5 Yuri. Alright then. Anyhow, I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. Mission failed. We'll get him next time. I mean, hi. I think she noticed me looking at her. I noticed that you noticed me, so I guess I'll put you on notice that I noticed you too. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. And then, time stops. Zawardo! No. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. Apparently thinking about making JoJo references. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed you in the first... I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. I mean, why would I, right? Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Is it in case you lose the first one, and then you're like, oh, well, I have the second one right here? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. Ah, yes. I love buying 2 copies of the same book. That way I can have 1 in each hand. Okay. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. Like the song says. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Bungee jumping. No. Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Is that you, Sauron? No. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Because if it's one thing I hate, it's the people who give away the end of a story. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange.
She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, full of happy little elves and dancing in a meadow. So that dark turn came from nowhere.
Funny.
No, she's not doing the funny. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden, because she is the funny lady.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Daniel?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. Be lucky that we're not in Act 2 yet, though, because oy vey. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind's to be completely different.
It's just that those kinds of
No, I was reading it right.
It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
That's... I really don't think you need to worry.
That just means you're passionate about reading.
Yep, so Yuri is a passionate person. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? What are we gonna do in a literature club, right?
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right? No, it's not! I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Have I offended you? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Are you sneaking up on me? It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do?
There, she said it! Then by the power invested in me, I now pronounce you man and wife! You may kiss the bride! Alright, anyway.
I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
And there we have it. You know, I forget. Was there a way to... There we go. Yep, like I said, this is what I get for not... Oh, hey there, Ninja. You're just in time to watch me start... Or, well, continue going through DDLC Plus after ignoring it for almost 2 years. I'm still on Act 1. And I'm still learning the controls on the Switch version of the game. Or, well, relearning it. Yuri takes her left arm and holds it to the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger, which is not in the shape of an L on her forehead. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb and flips it to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am Britney Spears. I mean, no.
To turn the page.
Oh, because I thought we were going to start singing the theme song to Zoe 101. Okay, no. Which, don't worry, I don't remember the lyrics to the song, so I'm not going to start randomly singing it. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second, thinking about Britney Spears for some reason. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. And once again, it's as if time stops. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. It's like indirect hand-holding. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second-guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But Daniel, that's probably a terrible thing and a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone.
Saved by the Monica.
I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not... It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? That way it doesn't feel like I'm cheating on you. Or, well, in a weird way. It kind of... I don't know.
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yes, I did, after struggling to get my cheat sheet ready. Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration, since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Oh wait, well... I guess I can just skip this a little bit. Who should I show my poem to first? I guess I'll just head on down the line like I typically do. Okay, no, wait, I probably... oh well, too late. Okay, that went by a lot faster. Okay, well... Actually, yeah, this is going to be different because, well, it's Natsuki, and we basically wrote a Yuri poem, which she's not going to like.
Daniel, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home.
What?
Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this?
Yes! Well, I put more effort in trying to get the Prima Games website to load.
Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Probably not as painful as her decking you into next Thursday.
Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid.
Okay, the Eagles Can Fly poem. And... okay. And now comes the part where we get to try to impress Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Yes, because I wrote about melancholy and contamination and who knows what else.
Exceptional.
Huh? What was that?
Did I just say that out loud?
Yes. Yuri first covers her mouth, but ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
Hello? You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
Huh? That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have?
Absolutely nothing.
Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. How does this happen?
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things.
Oh wait. I guess I've already made it here. Whoops, what was... Okay... See, that's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. Mine is just 20 random words. If anything, I probably could learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Daniel.
You're kind of putting me on the spot here, not gonna lie. Me too. And finally... Gee, I wonder who I should show my poem to next.
Hi, Daniel.
Hi, Monica. Hi, Skip Button. Okay, so she read the poem.
Great job, Daniel. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical.
How many times has my tongue stopped working?
It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
You underestimate my power! It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, I never have to worry about disappointing anyone. And in the off chance that I actually do something right, they're always impressed with me. Or that too. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
Okay. And... ludicrous speed! And that's Monika's writing tip of the day, and oh boy. Yeah, we have the big fight coming up. Jesus, take me away! Okay, no. So this time, we're just gonna side with Yuri. Natsuki. We're gonna side with Yuri and make Natsuki hate our guts for the rest of forever. You're right that I liked your poem. Even though you insulted mine.
See?
Wait! That's not an excuse for you to be so mean and grumpy all the time. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. How oddly specific.
That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
I understand. Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed.
Well, that's...
But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. And I have no idea where I've said this. If I've said this in a video in the past, or just in passing conversation, but when I write something, like whether it be just like any of the old writing projects from my high school days, or even like DDLC mod scripts, I do put a bit of myself into that. So, at least in some way, everything I write is personal in that regard. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. Because it felt like you were belittling her.
I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry.
But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding me? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too?
Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head.
Sayori, she doesn't need to...
You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Especially you, Daniel. I hate you.
Seriously, like, that's how it feels. Like, kind of going back through this game again, it just feels like, yeah, I'm getting those memories of how she, like, when you're on Yuri's route, she pretty much doesn't want to have anything to do with you ever. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumbles the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Like, yeah, she is angry.
Natsuki. She didn't need to do that.
I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Or sigh because I'm Lucy Loud. Everything alright?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
I don't hate you. Although Natsuki hates me. She probably wants to kill me in my sleep now.
No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Daniel. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you...
Okay, yeah.
I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now.
I almost thought it should be like, I'm thankful to have you as a part of this club now, but... Okay. It's nothing. Sorry, it's like... I'm so used to finding, like, little grammar and spelling errors in DDLC mods that... Like, well... Here's the original game, and I'm here, like... like, oh my god, am I seriously trying to correct the original game here? Like... Or an enhancement of the original game, to be specific.
One more thing.
One more thing!
That one thing that Natsuki said. About... you know.
You mean the thing that I kind of wish I could forget about, but I can't? Because of all the mods that reference it, because of all the times the community references it, and... just... yes.
I would never do anything so shameful. Shameless! So...
What thing did Natsuki say? It's a good thing MC is a dense anime pro tag. Either that or he's willingly, like, overlooking that.
Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea.
Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, and now... Ludicrous speed... And, okay. Now I have to do this again. Well, here's entropy again. And melancholy again. And and after image. And infinite. Let's see. Okay, ambient was one of them. Well, I'm picking some of the same ones as the last time. Marriage, captive. Oh, captive is ironically. No relation to captive heart, obviously. Disoriented. Meager. Pleasure. You know, it's a funny thing about pleasure. It can be quite pleasurable! But we're not talking about any of that. God. Is universe one of them? Yes, it is, actually. At least to try to mix things up a little bit, I'll choose that one. Okay, what now? Okay, despise. That's one of them. We're gonna go on an adventure. Okay, well, we're gonna go on some kind of adventure, that's for sure. Okay, essence. There's massacre again. Incongruent. Disaster. Oh, okay, disaster is one. Romance! Okay, no. Let's see, judgment? Yes. Tenacious, is that one? Yes. Misery, misery, misery. Okay, misery is not. Existence? Yes, it is. Disarray, I feel like it should. It is. Imagination. Okay, well, I think agonizing is on here, so I'm gonna go with that, and okay, we're done now. Let me see here. Another day passes, and it's another time for ludicrous speed! Smack. Okay. And let me see, just because... Hey, Yuri.
Uh-huh?
I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. You're reading another book without me! I can tell I'm not wanted here anymore. Okay, no. I suddenly noticed that Yuri's reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I know when I'm not wanted here. I'll leave now.
No. You don't have to leave now. I don't want you to leave, ever. I was kind of just waiting for you.
If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started?
Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request.
Okay, but I will not sing Magic Bus.
Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher, and also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks. I'll be right back.
I might as well walk with you, because I'm so entranced by your beauty and grace. I mean...
Yeah, why not? Dare I say why not? Shall we go then?
Yeah.
Where are you off to?
We're not gonna do anything crazy, I swear! Yuri, can you say a few lines for me? We're just... Yuri was going to make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher.
Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it?
That's... And then this is where Yuri kind of gets a bit...
Monica, please mind your own business for once.
Shots fired!
Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Daniel in club activities?
Yeah, Monica's obviously like, Yuri has never been this... I don't know what the word is, but... Well, she's not confrontational, but, well... I'm sure you get what I'm trying to say, though, right? My mouth gapes. Yuri, when did you become so savage? Stupid sexy Monica!
I suppose there's something wrong with that.
That's a Natsuki thing you did.
Then let's go, Daniel.
Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I hope you don't start banging your forehead against the wall, because no, I don't want you to hurt yourself.
I spoke without thinking. And I sounded so savage. How could I say something like that?
Yuri.
Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so... irritated. What's wrong with me?
No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. Yes, you did the right thing by being savage to Monica and telling her to mind her own business. It's her fault for jumping to conclusions and thinking possibly wrong things about us. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. This isn't the Judgment Club. I would have gone there if I wanted people to judge me unfairly.
Daniel, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me?
Because nothing you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody is perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them anyway. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. Or as they typically say, making a mountain out of a molehill, or something like that.
No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that?
Why would I hate you?
I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say?
Were you hoping for something more? Or, alternatively, she probably wasn't ever thinking that MC considered her as a friend off the bat. Yuri lifts her head.
Daniel, I really like being friends with you. But deep down, I want something more.
Okay, no, we're not there yet. Unfortunately, this game never really does that. If you want something like that, you would have to go find a mod, and hooray, my Pokemon Scarlet data was downloaded. Okay. I just got the games kind of recently, after putting it off for so long. I was thinking of streaming it today, but then, well, I mean, considering I'm kind of pressed on time, and considering it's been bugging me like hell that I've just left this game unfinished, I figured I might as well try going through this some more, and yeah. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway...
yeah. Shall we go?
Yeah. Just, yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom.
Daniel, do you like oolong tea?
Yeah. Anything is fine. As long as it's not poison.
Very well.
Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees.
Now it's time to get the teapot.
You really do this properly, don't you? Well, would you want anything less?
Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others.
See? Yuri knows what's up. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything, or even if I'm not a tea on, even if I'm not a tea on expert, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything.
In that case, you'll only be even more impressed.
Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Well, maybe it's because she's so in love. Or, well, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious at this point that she does have some bit of feelings for him, but anyhow.
Is that so? I was letting it show.
You were rhyming.
And you noticed.
And now I'm putting you on notice that I noticed it.
I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway.
That's great, Yuri. He totally doesn't know what's going on here. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, Daniel. It's very endearing.
That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. Oh my god, I'm gonna have a meltdown right here, right now. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us.
Daniel, I have another request.
No, I'm not gonna start singing any songs.
Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Huh? Why is that? The floor's cold and dirty!
It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
And we're getting to this infamous scene. Is that so? I wonder why that is. Yes, I wonder.
It's most likely because my My...
Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading?
Yes! I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we have to sit on the floor.
Fair enough. Yes, she just has bad posture and nothing else whatsoever. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. Ah, I have some chocolate as well. Chocolate? Did you just say chocolate? It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. That way she will never find them. I take it, since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides, blah. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other.
I can't see too well.
Uh-oh. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this?
Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being this apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally... Yes. Oh, boy. I mean, thankfully I know that doesn't happen here, but still. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. And it's probably better that way. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. Must resist stupidity impulse. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
That's okay. I won't take any.
Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages.
You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course.
Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. And this CG... But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case... Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. Yes, this is like the 50th time that I've hand-fed her. You know. But that means I can't stop here. Oh no, we have to keep going. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks.
Did I just...
You did. I was hand-feeding you like a boyfriend would. Yuri looks over at me like she needs to confirm what just happened.
Daniel...
Sorry! I don't mean to be weird. I guess I shouldn't have done that.
That's... Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do.
Well, I mean, given the gravity of the situation, I would say it's something that people who are a little more than friends would also do, but...
Right?
I mean... Not really in this kind of context, but... Yeah. That's all it was. Nothing more. Don't look into it further. It was nothing beyond that.
Yeah. Then... You don't need to stop or anything.
I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book. But I can tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. Yeah, because she has a maelstrom of emotions going on in her head now. My heart is pounding. You may even say it's going Doki Doki. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. But this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? I don't know, you started it. Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. And it's over!
Okay, everyone.
What? No, I wasn't doing anything crazy! I mean, hi. Yuri jolts back.
It's time to share poems. Daniel, can you help Yuri put away the tea... Daniel, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thanks.
The spell is abruptly broken. By a green-eyed harlot! Okay, no.
I'll take care of the cups.
Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling that this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Okay. So we're gonna go with Sayori again. And... ludicrous speed... And, of course, well, Natsuki's gonna be easy this time. Oh, wait, she's actually...
Well, I can admit it's better than the last one. It's nice to see that you're putting in some effort.
That's good.
But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious.
What do you mean by that?
Poems don't need to be all deep-sounding to express something. It's going to sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this unless you're on Yuri's level.
Natsuki stops short all of a sudden.
Don't tell me.
Huh?
You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you?
What are you talking about? Keep your voice down. I don't want them to hear us in Cuba.
You know Yuri would love this this angsty...
Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean... I mean... Looks like I'm in trouble. Looks like I'm dead. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me.
I am so done with you.
Natsuki shoves the poem I handed back over to me.
Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me.
Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. I still get all these... well... yeah, the weird thing is that apparently they're all supposed to be like the same age. Well, apparently, right? And yet, you're here calling Natsuki a younger girl, so... I don't know. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Yes, that's right. Look on the bright side. You get to impress her in another universe. Hey there, Dino. I'm probably going to be streaming for about another 30-some minutes or so. This is going to be a short stream. Although, I don't know how long this is going to take.
Let's see what you've written for today.
Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it?
No, I hate it. Daniel, this one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly?
I don't know, I just chose 20 random words, some of which were repeated from yesterday's.
Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing.
Maybe that's why. It's totally not because I went onto GameFAQs and looked at the answers, because I can't remember all this. You did a good job of you did a good job explaining. I really wanted to give... what is wrong with me? I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty.
I'm not used to this.
Yeah, I actually started streaming this, like, back in October of 2021, but then I never went back to it for some reason. And then, well, on my channel itself, I played Doki Doki Exit Music Redux, which totally kind of soured my mood for playing anything DDLC. But now I'm kind of, like, trying to get back into it. Exit Music just really left a bad taste in my mouth, put it that way. Or, well, Exit Music Redux. The original Exit Music... well, it's not like the best mod ever written. At least it wasn't anything that legit made me suffer inside. And technically speaking, my channel was originally built on DDLC. Like, if you ever were to look back at all the videos I've made, the very first videos I ever made were of the original DDLC. Anyhow, used to what?
I don't know.
It's fine, take your time. Take your time, do it right, you can do it, baby. Do it tonight. Okay, no. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her.
Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy.
Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. Just like I don't believe it's not butter. Okay, no.
I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me.
Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Unfortunately, I know that feeling all too well. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today?
Yeah, I do.
There, she said it again. So now, by the power invested in me, I now pronounce you man and wife! Okay, no. I'm not doing that again.
if it's with you.
Okay, and here is the raccoon poem. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tenacities as an unordinary human. Yeah, unfortunately, Yuri's handwriting always trips me up because I have trouble reading it. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. Well, I would say if Monica did not exist, I think Yuri probably would be my number 1. With Sayori as being a very close number 2. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. That raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions on the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pandonian conditioning. Or... seriously, I cannot tell. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Okay, and... ludicrous speed! Oh, wait.
It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Why do you keep them to yourself?
Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Daniel?
Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. Everyone has their own sort of guilty pleasures. Or their unconventional... or... okay, no, we're not going to get into that kind of crazy 50 Shades of Grey stuff. Their unconventional desires, or whatever that scene was. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities.
Hey Daniel, can you read a few lines for me? I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself.
And yeah, this is one of my favorite quotes from her just in general, because like if I hadn't learned to like embrace my own uniqueness, I probably would hate myself. And considering I spent most of my years in middle school hating myself, yeah, I speak from experience. Once I basically learned to be like, well, who gives a crap what you think of me? Then, yeah, I just felt so much better. Anyway, ludicrous... no, never mind. Okay, ranting, but I'm a good listener.
You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening, making me feel all these feelings of love inside. There really aren't many people like you, Daniel.
That's exaggerating a little bit.
It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. but now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that.
It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. I wonder who I should show my poem to next.
Hi again, Daniel.
Hi again, Monica. And hi again, Ludicrous Speed.
This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style?
I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented.
Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen.
I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her.
Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers?
Well, be glad it's not Act 2, Yuri. I would be terrified to know what goes on in her head. I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. Epic foreshadowing!
No, of course not. I'm totally not going to mess with her head later on, I promise. I just meant I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that... You must be pretty into her.
Stop blustering me like that! You completely misunderstood.
Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend.
Oh, darn. Wait, really?
Yeah, a fictional one anyway.
I forgot that line was in there. Or, at least, I'm pretty sure most of this is like a direct carryover from the original game. I mean, supposedly, the side stories are like the real only new content here. What is ow? I know no ow. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. Oops, I said the quiet part loud and the loud part quiet.
Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. A fictional one anyway.
There.
It's just a hunch, but...
Well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Confirmed, MC is a supporter of waifu culture. Side stories. Yeah, I haven't played them at all yet, but... Well, I know little bits and pieces about them. But I haven't even touched them in my playthrough here.
Oh, well, I know. I was just saying...
Oh. Monica confirmed, well... If she didn't support waifu culture, at least to some degree, then, yeah, that would kind of make the whole point of Monica After Story useless. So... I mean, I know it's just a mod independent from this game, but still.
But anyway...
And more Ludicrous Speed. Okay, and I guess this is the part where it's like, oh, we're gonna go read our poems in front of everybody for the festival! And everybody's nervous, and Sayori's happy, as far as we know. And Natsuki's grumpy as always. And, okay, here we go. I was waiting for this. Okay, so the big question of would I rather walk home with Yuri or still walk home with Sayori? For this case, obviously, since this is the Yuri playthrough, I would walk home with Yuri. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart go doki doki? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so...
Isn't she so beautiful and smart?
That has nothing to do with it!
You admitted it!
Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Never! Also, yeah, ludicrous speed time. Jeez, I don't know if... Okay, actually, yes, maybe I'll just save here. Yeah, since I have to cut the stream at about 10 o'clock my time, and it's 9:42. Okay, I got it. Let me just see a few things here. Okay. We're gonna go back to the fake desktop. Yeah, and for anyone who ever questions who's my favorite DDLC girl, here you go. Let me see. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different members and viewing their special scenes in DDLC. So, well, I have part 1 for each of them unlocked. As for the pictures... Okay, looks like I'm probably still missing a few poems. And then, well, I'm obviously still missing a few of the special scenes with Yuri here. Secrets! I'm missing all of those. I'm missing all the well, I'm not missing all the backgrounds, what am I saying? I'm missing 4 of them. Okay, some sketches here. We have this new one of Yuri. Prototype Sayori. Promo. And I'm also disappointed, like, the last time when I was talking about the posters, I wanted to see if they were still available, and it turns out that you can't buy them anymore. So I missed my chance to get some of these posters, and I'm really sad now. Well, I guess on the plus side, yeah, I have one of them. And it's like of one of my favorite pieces of art for Monica from Satchley, but I'm still disappointed, like, oh man. I would have liked to at least had them. But, well, I guess what can you do? You might be able to get them, like, second-hand. Hopefully they're not as outrageously priced as the plush toys are. Okay, yeah, so these are that's the first and second scene with Yuri. So then, yeah, I am missing the weekend with Yuri, for sure. And then, well... Oh god, I just realized, is that particular scene with Sayori going to be one of these? Great, if it is. Like, And well, I know for sure the Monica CG has to be one of them here. I have no idea if the special scenes in the side stories count here. I don't, like, if I'm thinking about the vanilla game, I can't really think of too many other of these special CGs that would fit here. And then, well, as for the poems, I am not sure, but for sure I still haven't seen Yuri's final poem. Well, the final poem for Act 1. I also don't know if any of these special poems will be included here. And then, yeah, the wallpapers. So you select the word kawaii during the poem game. I'm also going to have to look at some of the requirements as well for these pictures. Or well, just in general, because I don't know all of them off the top of my head for trying to get a 100% full gallery. Yeah, let's see, I only have 36% of the... Well, I mean, to be fair, I'm only still in Act 1, and I haven't finished Act 1 in its entirety. There is still a lot more to go. There is no mail. I've been hearing that this whole thing about this fake desktop that you have in the game does play into the story somehow, but I'm not sure like how exactly that is yet. Wait, Happy Thoughts is actually in here. Why is Happy Thoughts in here? Yeah, that is so weird. At least I figured you get this once you get to a certain point through the game though, right? Did I already... I have no idea. Let's delete the saves! Okay, no. Or, well, I guess I could if I wanted to. Although, well, yeah, looking at this, I'm here like, yeah, is it really a good idea to have it so that you can delete the fonts, images, and audio RPA files? And then, well, I wonder if you could try doing something to where, well, at least if you try it in the 1.1 version of DDLC, the original, if you delete Monica's file like before you even start the game, you get a secret ending that way. As opposed to the 1.0 version where you delete her file and the game actually continues on like normal. Yeah, I wonder if that's a thing. So, yeah, I would have to look and see what the requirements for all these are. And then, well, all those there. Okay, well, I guess considering well, it's almost 10, so maybe I will just leave it off for now. Next time, whenever I do pick this up again, I guess it'll be the third poem with Yuri, and then the weekend with Yuri after that. And at that point, I guess I'll officially be ready to see the life-scarring event with Sayori that I wish I could forget and get out of my head. No pun intended. I did not mean to do that, but I really wish I could get that whole scene out of my head. But anyway, yeah. So I'm really close to finishing Act 1 in its entirety, and then starting Act 2, and then starting the cycle all over again. At that point, though, I'll probably just try to focus on Natsuki again, and then, well, obviously the game's going to try to force you to go with Yuri no matter what. But alright. Yeah, so I guess for now, I'll see what I do. I'm going to try to see if I can stream some Genshin tomorrow. As for when I'll get back to this game, I cannot make any promises yet. But anyway, so thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time with whatever else I do. Stay golden, and later, folks.